Yeah, you can give it to her, go ahead.
I guess I'll just leave it here.
You can go ahead and start, she'll take it from you.
Okay, great, thank you. What I handed out was the credentials of a traffic signal technician that he found me after I posted the video of the traffic signal device in the intersection of Comac Road and the Long Island Expressway, Service Road North, where the gentleman was killed 3 days ago. And there was no all-red clearing time. Mr. Silmy was commenting on the fact that we need longer all-red clearing times. There was no all-red clearing time. There was short yellow lights in both directions. And the gas station attendants at both gas stations at that intersection told me that there's accidents there daily. So these intersections are designed for revenue. We know that the lights were shortened. I brought a traffic signal technician with me because he'll attest to the fact that the lights were manipulated for revenue. And furthermore, I handed out a FOIL request that was denied when we had requested the data from the red light camera program used to compile the annual report from 2010 to 2016, which was denied by the county attorney's office. I'm going to ask you, was it this legislative branch's intent to hide all the data being used to compile the reports, as well as the vendor who compiles the report and issues the report? Was it this legislative branch's intent to hide that from the public disclosure? Because how could you hide the data used to compile the annual reports from the public disclosure with a safety program? If it's supposed to make us safer, we should be able to see it in black and white. The fact that the data is being denied from public disclosure is clear evidence that the accident skyrocketed. Don't smile. Someone died 3 days ago. It's not laughable. It's not something we can laugh at, Karahan. Don't laugh. A gentleman died 3 days ago. I brought a traffic signal technician with me that said it's criminal intent. It was criminal intent to steal our money that got this gentleman killed. Don't laugh about it. It's not laughable.
No one is laughing.
I'm asking this legislative group, was it their intent? Was it your intent to hide the data from the...
Okay, first of all, you still have some time. But do not accuse this legislature of criminal intent. You're wrong. And I'm going to, this is a letter that was sent to the county exec's office. We did not receive any of this. Okay, so you can continue.
Okay, well, this is what I'm asking. Why are we, the public, not allowed to analyze or view any of the data used to compile the reports, nor are we allowed to know who compiles the reports, who issues the reports? It's gone too far. Too many people have died now. Too many people have died. And when I bring a traffic signal engineer with me, it's because he reaches out to me and says, that intersection is incorrectly designed. It's not about safety. Another person died. Like, how many people have to die before you guys act? I don't care about the time. I'm being honest. Like, just because I'm me doesn't mean that you should smile and like ignore me and make a joke out of it. It's not funny. People are dying.
Thank you, Mr. Rhodes. Question?
Just I want to know, you foiled the raw data from the traffic cameras, and you foiled who makes the report, and they didn't respond to you?
Yeah, they denied it, and they said it's, being that it's the TVPA is a branch of the judiciary that they don't have to answer us. I handed it out, 18 copies were given out, and as well as the credentials of the traffic signal technician who I brought with me to testify.
What I wanted to know is that you foiled for this raw data, and you were denied, and
Right.
it was based upon a judicial, and you also foiled who makes the report, and they denied you?
Yeah, they won't tell us who makes the report, nor will they tell us any of the data used to compile, that they compiled to compose the report.
Do we know from council who makes the report?
I'm assuming it's an agency that makes the report.
So wouldn't the data that they use be foilable?
I'm looking at this letter for the first time. I went to an attorney, David Raimondo. I guess David Raimondo requested it, made a formal request, and they said that the parking agency is an arm of the courts and is exempt from the requirements of FOIL. That was the basis of the determination from the county attorney's office. Of course, Mr. Raimondo had the opportunity, he could appeal that decision to the courts.
It's
in Article 78 if he wanted to.
It's 2017, and we don't have the 2015 accident data. That's a little concerning to me. And based upon the 2013 to 2014 statistics, they were not good. So, can we ask, through the chair, to have the gentleman in charge of, I think I asked this last time, the gentleman in charge of TVB come here and answer these questions?
I have been in touch with Mr. Margiata to come to committee meeting. I'm not 100% sure which one, but he is going to be coming to a committee meeting, and I don't disagree. If information is being foiled, then it should be provided.
Especially if they're analyzing, if they're making a report and they're not giving you the information that they made the report from, it's troubling.
Well, we can certainly, like I said, he will be at committee, so it'll give us an opportunity. I think we kind of went through this before about them being an arm of the court and not having to provide us with everything, but I'm not going to get into a debate about it now, but we can certainly ask the question.
The only other thing I wanted to bring up is that when Nelson and Pope was contracted to do the plans, nobody would contract an engineering company to do plans and assume that they're not going to come back without stamps and seals. Like I order this stuff all the time and I get charged top dollar. And anytime I ordered, if it ever came in and I went down to Brookhaven and I said, here's my plans or here's my surveys, they would laugh in my face and throw it in my face and say, get out of here. Like how could it be okay for government to do that, but I can't get away with it?
Wait a minute. You're saying that you got stuff from Nelson and Pope?
Yeah, everything that was used to design the intersection and the camera systems came from Nelson and Pope.
All right, and you're saying it's not stamped?
Nothing has an engineer's stamp on it with a signature.
Counsel, I think I asked you last time to look into this. Because if he makes a very valid point that, anybody else who's doing design work has to have a stamp on their information. Now, is this because they don't want to take liability when there's over 100%? This is something that we sit here months and go by, and maybe this would validate this, that this guy is right, and that there's accidents. I know based upon the information I got from intersections in my district, there's over 100% increase, and we did nothing. So if this is about safety, it's garbage. It's a lie.
Hey, I see Chief Cameron was here, and I know that at a previous meeting. I'm not going to talk about it now, I'm sorry. I'll get to it shortly. I think Legislator Kennedy, you have a question. This is Q&A time.
Did Mr. Raimondo, I see you CC'd Mr. Freeman? Did he receive a response back from Mr. Freeman?
Not that I'm aware of. I also did a FOIL request myself to the Suffolk County Police Department for all accident reports involving fatalities that took place in front of red light camera intersections, and it never got responded to. Thank you.
More questions? Thank you, Mr. Ruth. I have no more cards. Is there anyone else in the room who'd like to speak?
Yeah, stand up.